Up until the 1970s, tobacco companies advertised cigarettes on TV. They did this by making ads that fit the American lifestyle.
You know, if you were to follow a busy doctor as he makes his daily round of calls, you'd find yourself having a mighty busy time keeping up with him. Time out for many men of medicine usually means just long enough to enjoy a cigarette. And because they know what a pleasure it is to smoke a mild, good-tasting cigarette, they're particular about the brand they choose. In a repeated national survey, doctors in all branches of medicine, doctors in all parts of the country were asked, "What cigarette do you smoke, doctor?" Once again, the brand named most was Camel. Yes, according to this repeated nationwide survey, more doctors smoke Camels than any other cigarette. Why not change to Camels for the next 30 days and see what a difference it makes in your smoking enjoyment? See how Camels agree with your throat. See how mild and good-tasting a cigarette can be.
This is a man who smokes Marlboro cigarettes. What kind of a man is he?
I'm a guy who likes to work on my car. I like to take it apart and put it back together. I get to working on it and forget where I am, what time it is. I even forget to eat.
You don't forget to smoke, though.
I always smoke when I work. They go together.
Why Marlboro?
Well, it's a combination of things. When I draw on a cigarette, I want to taste something. With Marlboro, I do. Yet it's got a filter that works. Then there's this flip-top box. I like things that are well-designed. This box is interesting and practical.
Would you recommend Marlboro to your friends?
I already have.
New Marlboro. Filter, flavor, flip-top box. Popular filter price.
They sure work hard, don't they, Sonny?
Yeah? I hate to see them work so hard.
Yeah, me too. Let's go around back where we can't see them.
Gee, we ought to do something, Fred.
Okay? How's about taking a nap?
I got a better idea. Let's take a Winston break.
That's it! Winston is the one filter cigarette that delivers flavor 20 times a pack. Winston's got that filter blend.
Yeah, Fred. Filter blend makes the big taste difference, and only Winston has it up front where it counts. Here, ahead of the pure white filter, Winston packs rich tobacco specially selected and specially processed for good flavor in filter smoking.
Yeah, Barney, Winston tastes good like a cigarette should.
The Flintstones has been brought to you by Winston, America's best-selling, best-tasting filter cigarette.
Winston tastes good like a cigarette should.
Pete, see you later. Take care of that leg, huh?
Yeah. Live it up, you guys. Well, I guess it's just you and me, buddy.
Yeah, me and my Winstons, me and my Winstons, we got a real good thing, a real good taste.
Hi.
Yeah, me and my Winstons, me and my Winstons, we got a real good thing.
When it comes to keeping a guy good company, there's almost nothing like a Winston. One taste, and it'll be you and your Winstons.
Me and my Winstons, me and my Winstons, we got a real good thing, 'cause my Winstons taste good like a cigarette should.
Yeah, Winston King or Super King, you got a real good thing.
In 1971, ads like this were banned from being made. This is when the U.S. government started showing anti-smoking ads on television.
Gentlemen, the tobacco industry has a very serious multi-billion-dollar problem. We need more cigarette smokers, pure and simple. Every day, 2,000 Americans stop smoking, and another 1,100 also quit. Actually, technically, they die. That means that this business needs 3,000 fresh new volunteers every day. So, forget about all that. Cancer, heart disease, emphysema, stroke stuff. Gentlemen, we're not in this business for our health.
Pack of cigarettes, please.
It's not enough.
What's a pack of smokes cost? Your teeth. Smoking can cause serious gum disease that makes you more likely to lose them.
See you again.
What are cigarettes costing you?
Tobacco companies show you images of what life would be like if you smoke.
They tell you tough, hard-working people smoke their cigarettes.
Bet you'll look cool, hip.
Hell yes. That smoking makes you independent, beautiful, and mysterious.
But the reality is that you can end up looking like this.
Hey, buddy, let's take a little walk. When I say go outside, we go outside. When I say fork it over, you fork it over. Hey, when I say pause the movie, we pause the movie. Come on, big boy. Pucker up.
Cigarettes are bullies. Don't let tobacco control you.
Pack of menthols?
Honey, I'm gonna need more than that.
What's a pack of menthols cost? Your smooth skin.
See you again.
Smoking menthols or regular cigarettes causes wrinkles that age you prematurely. What are menthols costing you?
was only 6 years old, my mom started smoking. I really didn't like it. When I was 12, I began inhaling.
When I was 23, my mom passed away of lung cancer. Around the same time, I began smoking. Let's just hope my choices only affect me.
When I was young, my dad would smoke everywhere we went. He would smoke in the house, in the car, at his job, and even outside of my school when he would pick me up. And I remember I would beg him to stop, explaining to him how I was worried about his health. And in response, he would always tell me, "Son, your dad's a superhero. Nothing bad will ever happen to me." 15 years later, he was right. Nothing bad ever happened to him. But I was diagnosed with lung cancer after never picking up a cigarette in my life. Choosing to smoke affects everyone, not just you.
Oh man, what's wrong, little butt?
Oh, I don't know, Big Booty. I just feel so little and lumpy. I want to be big and bootyful like you.
Oh, you are beautiful. You're just different. And being different is an asset. The world is full of all kinds of great butts. For example,
there are big butts, little butts, round butts, and flat butts, buns of steel and squishy tushes, old buns and baby booty. Some butts are existential, some butts are influential. Bubble butts, chisel cheeks, and sassy sour freak. These butts could break the internet with juicy booties dripping wet. They lit AF. The kids may say out of this world in the worst way.
Wow! So all butts are awesome.
Hell no! Have you seen cigarette butts? Look at this bullshit. These little are toxic.
So I guess what we're saying is that all butts are better than cigarette butts.
How do people feel seeing the facts?
I've been thinking about quitting for a while. When you're looking at it all on paper, it kind of, it makes it easier to want to quit. Like I've slowed down a lot. I don't smoke nearly as much as I used to, but I still need to quit.
How does a smoker's choice affect more than just themselves when they smoke?
Alright, so I had an aunt, my Aunt Pam. She smoked her entire life, and then 2 years ago she was diagnosed with stage 4 throat cancer, and she ended up passing away. She quit smoking, but by then it was too late, and she ended up getting severe cancer, and she literally looked like a skeleton that was just with some skin over the bones. It was pretty horrible. But she passed away 2 years ago. And then also my Aunt Retha developed severe emphysema and COPD from smoking. And she passed away 3 years ago from complications from the COPD, and she also had lupus and MS, but I think it was mostly the COPD that took her out, because she would get to the point she couldn't even breathe, and she was on oxygen, and even with the pure oxygen, she just wasn't getting enough oxygen in to alleviate the lack of oxygen. She just ended up passing away. I'm trying to think if we had anybody else in the family that passed away from our grandfather, Grandpa Bucky, was a smoker for many, many years, and he ended up getting severe COPD. He actually had a tracheotomy where they put a tube down his throat here, and the only way he could talk was to remove the oxygen from the throat and then block that little hole in his throat. It was kind of freaky seeing that, because like the tube that went down the throat to hold the oxygen tube would fill up with like phlegm and stuff like that, and then you'd have to stick this tube down inside it was really freaky, down inside that tube, inside the neck there, to suck out all the phlegm and the nasty, it was so gross, it was horrible. And then he ended up passing away. How long ago? Do you remember? God, it had to be about 10 years ago now that he passed away, probably. He passed away shortly after my dad did. But those are the only people I could think of. And then we also had a really good friend, Naga, who ended up passing away from throat cancer, from smoking as well. So smoking ain't smart, it ain't cool, it ain't a good thing. And if you're smoking, it's a good thing to definitely quit. And you know, if you want to live a longer life, the only way you're going to do that is to take care of the body that you have, because you only have one, and after that, it's done. But that's about it. That's all I can think of.